Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be switching up a tad bit on the Let's Have a Chat series by discussing a film that I thoroughly enjoyed. By describing two lifespan developmental psychology issues and applying a developmental psychology theory and concept through my analysis of the film The Pacific. World War II was rife with testimonials and first-hand accounts of the terrors that war can create on those injured and who were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hearing the drones of enemy and allied planes overhead, followed by the shrieks and cries of men, would make anyone lose their sanity. In war, this phenomenon happens at an accelerated rate. The Pacific, a World War II recreation of the U.S. Marine Corps as they tried to take over a string of Japanese-held islands. This film gives the audience a real-life battle experience, seeing what it was like fighting on those very beaches for both the U.S. and Japan, respectively. In a total of 8 hours and 50 minutes, the Marine experience takes us on a both physical and mental journey through America's toughest theater of war during World War II. Soldiers in our armed forces have to shed their civilian life in order to obtain a new role in life, a role that will protect them both on and off the battlefield. The rigorous aspects and willpower it takes to survive boot camp is a testament of foreclosure, as no matter how much a drill instructor yells at them, they obey and carry out orders, at whatever the cost to them or others, since it is for the good of their nation and comrades. This is training for when they are in a chaotic environment, much like what the soldiers faced during the Battle of Iwo Jima. You have to be able to clear your mind and only focus on the objective at hand. Many of the recruits go through a, quote, saving grace, or a religious identity during boot camp, where they believe that the power of God will protect them in the face of death. In this film, this is shown in abundance as the chaplains are seen caring for the wounded and the dying, as well as soldiers carrying pocket versions of the Holy Bible. The military offers an abundance of careers as everyone serves their allotted time, which establishes, in some minds, a vocational identity, something which they may not have had the opportunity to experience before. With World War II dragging on, more and more soldiers were needed to fight the enemy on all fronts, more so in the Japanese-held territories due to the high casualty rate. So men who were once busboys or newspaper criers now found themselves in uniform getting paid to fight for their country. With the ravages of war, seeing death all around you makes for your return back to a civilian life a very serious task for those who come back from war-torn countries. As we see through the Pacific, soldiers who come back from war have to get antiquated with civilian life, as they are still in their soldier mode. The destruction is seen firsthand. Even seasoned soldiers being sent multiple times back to the front are not immune to the destruction warfare causes on a person's body and mind. Mass suicide is a very complex and damages whole families and communities, especially during wartime when sons and fathers may be off fighting in war. The Japanese used this tactic to a lethal T, by scaring the Okinawan people, for example, into believing that the Americans were going to butcher them. This caused mass suicides by them either running into battle, mostly women and children, as the Americans didn't know what to do when they saw them, or jumping off cliffs with their loved ones in tow. Seeing the gruesome aftermath of this, many soldiers developed PTSD, known as post-traumatic stress disorder, which caused them to lash out at fellow soldiers when the soldiers that they found were Japanese, even when many were still just children. The Pacific shows us what it's like to be in battle, for better and for worse. We've learned so much about how both the body and mind react to the intense situations present from war. Despite world wars being memories from a generation ago, their influence is still felt today. What has happened in the past will continue to influence the future. That rings true for our military and the trials that they continue to face daily overseas. Discovering what our previous generation went through to make the world like it is today, it is a truly humbling experience. Soldiers deserve the highest respect, especially when they give everything for us to continue living a prosperous life.